Okay. Examine and report is a lot of knackered components is the take-home message. Hi guys, Firmbie with you, and welcome back to Car Mechanic 2015. It's great to have your company. I thought we'd get into the garage once again for today and see if we can't do an episode of a 15-minute makeover. We've done an episode for that for quite some time with streaming lately, and with the anticipation of the release of 2018. Things have been all over the shop, literally. So thought we'd get back in, see if we can't do a couple of episodes of 15-minute makeovers, seeing as you guys are enjoying those. So let's get straight into it, eh? Let's have a look at what we got here. We've got three jobs waiting in the garage. So the garage fills up very, very quickly once we get one out and when another one comes in. So we'll be looking at Salem Spectra Fastback. Now, repair all parts exceeding 67%. Running gear, control and repairs, none of those parts are found. Sloppy steering, can't find those. Brake problems and paint with factory car. So because that's an easy one, we might just get it straight over to the paint shop and we can bowl over the paint with factory colours. At least gives us one of the green lights straight off the bat. So simply paint car, and yes, I want to do that for $500. Back to garage. That should put it straight back on the lifter. It does, because obviously that centre spot's already taken. Now this might be worth running through the test path, and it'll give us some of those parts that it hasn't listed. Well, it'll give us some of the parts at least. It won't give us all of them, of course, but at least it'll give us some starting point. So as I said, this is a 15-minute makeover episode, so the idea of that is to grab a car out of Car Mechanic 2015 and see if we can't do all the repairs within 15 minutes. Now, sometimes successful, other times not so much, but it's just all that counts, isn't it? So we'll just continue on now, getting to the suspension testing component of the test track here. Just a matter of waiting until it does its suspension test. And if you haven't seen this before, then once we come out the other side of this test path, it will give us a written report as to the parts that are going to need some love. So should be just about there. Okay. Examine and report is a lot of knackered components is the take-home message. Okay, so again, at least it gives us a starting point. Rubber bushes, leaf springs, front. Yeah, just look here. Okay. So suspension parts, and that doesn't surprise me going through the sloppy steering. Brake components, brake problems obviously are brake components. So I might just pop the hood, look at the brake components over here. The ABS, no, brake servo there. That's a 72, which obviously exceeds a 67% requirement. So that's going to be fine. Let's get the oil in the air. Get some of these components off. Hopefully, as we go along, we should be able to discover those components that we haven't worked out yet. So, okay, brake calipers. As I said, the brake. There's a lot of components in the brake section, so we need to get all the brake components off so that we're able to fix them up. That's knuckle B. Obviously, it's going to need some love as well, so we'll get him off. We'll take that axle out, and the upper and lower suspension arms to get that front knuckle out. Now, I'm wondering whether it'll be the same on the other side. Oh, of course, that's front link. Bottom suspension arm. In and out of tie rods over this side. Rubber bushes, 76, 70. Again, they come up because we ran it through the test path, of course. 75 is going to be fine. Had we not run it through the test path, then then we wouldn't have got those values there. Now I did actually mention in the intro there, haven't been back into the 15-minute makeover series for quite some time, but the reason being is that we've been doing a lot of live streaming of late. Now if you want to be notified when I do go live in regards to Car Mechanic, or in fact any of the games we've been playing lately, whether it's World of Warships, Astroneer, Car Mechanic 2018 in fact, by the time you hear this year, 18 should well and truly be released. So if you wish to be notified when when we do go live, then by all means add me to the Twitter there, and the link is in the description below if you wish to add me to Twitter. That's fine, that's fine. 67, 74. More brake components down the back end here, so let's rip those off. Again, if we can take the ones that we know about off, and quite often than not, as you can see here, we come across parts that we didn't know about, but we pick up along the way. So the U-bolt and the spring plate, loose spring plate needs to come off. We've got these rubber bushes that look totally knackered as well, so they can come off there. Same on this other side. That neck's going to need some love. Look, while we're here, I'm wondering whether we don't check this fuel pump. 69, he's going to be fine. Let's not put a brand new one in, let's put the old one back in. Let's bounce back over here, get these brake components off now. Oops, I don't want it back on, we want to disassemble. Solid rear drive axles, I'm pretty sure we got a couple of those spared, so we shouldn't have to purchase a drive axle. Again, I've said it a number of times, is that one of the advantages of popping over the strippers, if you don't already have the strippers DLCs, probably one of the cheapest DLCs for 2015 to come out in a long time. Look, from memory, I think it was like one whole Australian dollar. So, don't know what it is for your neck of the woods, whether you do the conversion or whether you just go and check your stream, but check your Steam rather. But yeah, very cheap DLC, certainly worth the $1, $2, whatever it is for your currency. Good way of getting a bit of a collection of parts and getting them back to the garage, and popping them on the repair table and obviously repairing them up. And you've got some parts in stock. Now let's see, what are we missing? We've found general running gear, control and repair. We've found all those. As I first thought it would be, a lot of that is suspension parts there. Same again here, sway bars, springs, in and out of tie rods. Brake problems, well, doesn't take Einstein to work what they are. Brake calipers, brake shoes, drum wheel cylinders, things of that nature. Now see if we can't repair a lot of these up. What are we looking at? 67%, wasn't it? So if you are wearing headphones, this is where it gets noisy. 66, 67. These are at 67, so we'll leave those alone, and we'll see what we have left. So just sorting by condition. 67 are fine, gearbox is fine, exhaust is nothing, brakes is sadly lacking. Brake shoes, got a few of those, so we can just simply delete those out of the inventory. Ventilated, do we have any ventilated? We do not. So we want one of those. What about drum wheel cylinders? We've got 3 of those, which means we don't have to buy them. Brake drums, negative. So I ventilated and 2 drums. A ventilated and 2 drums is what we're after. We can delete that rubbish straight out of the inventory there because we don't need it. Brake pads, again, that's 67% magic number there, and it's only one of the pads that don't meet that, so we only need 1 pad. And we can get that out. Running gear, we should have quite a few. Yep, as anticipated. Let's narrow it down slightly and just type in leaf 1, 2 U-bolts. U-bolt. No. Try now. Okay, why isn't that coming up? Should be under running gear, yeah? U-bolt, there it is. Leaf spring plates. Generally we have a few of those, so I'll just delete that. Leaf spring. We've only got the one, so that's one on each, or is that a spare? I'll just delete it out. I'm wondering whether that's the spare and the other leaf spring is still on the car. That's my thinking. Tyre rods would be the next thing. Let's try that again. Tyre rods would be the next thing. Generally 2 and 2. It is 2 and 2. Tyre rods. Front. 2 springs. And 1 cap. Spring, cap. Spring, cap. B, front end link. Negatory. So we'll need a sway bar front end link B. That one there. Steering knuckle B. I'm sure we had steering knuckle Bs. We do. Yep. So again, we're just utilising those parts that come back from the strippers. Front shock absorber cap, 67%, and that's actually the required value that we're looking for. So he's going to be fine. Some rubbers. 3 smalls. Yes, that'll be quite sufficient. Rubbers, 1, 2, 3 smalls. Steering rack. Now we did have additional steering racks, but I might have used them all. No, I've still got 2 more. That's fine, so we just need to delete that one. Oop, try that one. Double wishbone shock absorber. Double wishbones. Don't think I had any of those. So 1 double wishbone shock absorber. One of those. The other one's going to be fine. So by clicking all, obviously comes up with all our parts in the condition order. The lowest condition being at the top, and as you can see, it's 67% meets their condition number. So we're in a position to start getting these parts smashed back in, to be honest. So just a bit mindful of the time there. I know that it's supposed to be a 15-minute makeover, so looking at completing this restoration within 15 minutes. As I said at the intro there, sometimes we're successful and other times not so much, just depending on the workload and what parts can and can't be repaired and what the parts I actually need to repurchase. So, and also it depends on how energetic I feel in regards to the editing side of things, to be honest. So I mean, obviously it's very easy to cut big chunks out just so it meets the 15 minutes, but I don't like doing that so much. The goal is to do it within 15 minutes, but if we don't do it, then it's no big deal really. Get in there. And just confirming I've put all those suspension parts on and I haven't missed anything, so it looks to be fine. It just saves coming back at a later date. I hate doing things twice, and you've probably seen me do that quite a few times where I've missed a part and had to come back to it, or had to pull half of what I just rebuilt back in because I missed a part. So it really is part of what car mechanic is all about. Now, as I was saying, speaking of car mechanic, who's excited for 2018? Yeah, that's what I thought. Me too. It's long anticipated and eagerly awaited, basically. And at the time of this recording, they've got a slight delay on the release date. But if you want to check out a little bit more, then I've got a number of videos up in regards to that. But again, by the time you see this, I would hope that 2018 is well and truly out and up and running, and everyone has calmed down on Facebook and Twitter and on the forums and all the rest of it. So, but again, that's another story. If you want to see the bit of an explanation on what's going on in regards to 2018, then I've got videos up in regards to that as well. So go and check those out. Just getting these rubber bushes put in down on the leaf spring. Of course, the plate and the U-bolts are the next contestants to go in as well. Had to buy brand new U-bolts there. 73. Let's use some of these older ones. All of them don't have to be brand new. That needs to be brand new because we had those already in stock. Again, left over from our last visit to the strippers. That appears to about it. Let's pop over to this other rear quarter, and we should be getting very, very close, you know. Leaf spring. And another leaf spring in here. Now, if you are into your car mechanic, let me know in the comments section below. If you've got your own YouTube and you like putting up car mechanic content, whether it's 14, 15, or again, by the time this is up, it'll be 18 as well. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think of 18, what you like about 15, the cars that you've got, any problems that you have. If you like any hints and tips, yeah, just let me know in the comment section. Okay, we have green lights across the board, which is fantastic. Repair the parts exceeding 67%, which we've certainly done that. Bonus for completing the job is 1,472, which gives a total earned of 5,888. Awesome. Alright guys, thank you very much for your company. I really do appreciate it, and I look forward to it in the next one.